What's going on, everyone? Titus here with another Cyber Dragon Duel, and this replay will be against Drytron. It is a very grindy match that ended up happening. I'll explain it here in a minute. First, we're going to go into the card by card. This is exactly what I went through in a couple of videos beforehand, so if you want a more detailed explanation, you can check that out. But we're playing 3 Hers, 2 Nashter, 3 Core for the level 4 and below Cyber Dragon monsters. We're playing the 3 Max C and the 3 Ash Blossom because they're the best hand traps in the game. This deck kind of wants to go second, so it wants to do the hand traps, get advantage off of those, and then just kill your opponent. We're playing 1 Veer for another special summon whenever you special summon another Cyber Dragon to go into rank plays. So like you could do the Link 2 plays into Anaconda and such, or into a Charmer. We're playing 3 of the Cyber Dragon Boy himself. Nothing needs to be said. He is the anime GOAT. He is what he is. Then we're playing 2 Galaxy Soldier because we don't want to brick on 3. We're playing 1 Jizukiru, searchable off of Repair Plant. Not searchable off for Cyber Emergency, by the way. Only searchable off Repair Plant. Then we're playing 1 Regeki. Hopefully this goes to 3 like it does in the TCG, because then this deck would be crazy. Playing 3 Machine Dupe. Of course, when you Machine Dupe one of the lower level guys, because they have less than 500 attack, you just get to special summon 2 Cyber Dragons because their name is Cyber Dragon. Playing the Overload Fusion. It's one of the OTK materials. The 3 Cyber Emergency to go ahead and search any Cyber Dragon card, because it does say any Cyber Dragon monster. So it can search the Hers, the Nashter, the Veer, the Dragon. And then we're playing the 1 Repair Plant. I almost want to bump this to 2. But the problem is it has to activate if you have a Cyber Dragon Engrave. So I like it because it searches Jizukiru, but it can be searched off of the core. So that's helpful. Cyber Rev System for this free special summon. 2 Lightning Storms. Basically the 3rd Regeki, the 2nd, 3rd Regeki, but also hits back row. The Cyberload Fusion for the OTK. The 2 Droplets for, again, we're going second, so we have to be able to break boards. 3 Impermanence, because, Cyber Dragon Infinity on it. Also another hand trap to stop plays. And then 1 Overflow in case we have to go first or we have to get into the grind game. This is non-targeting destruction and can pop, let's see, 1, 2, 3 monsters. 3 cards, non-targeting destruction, 3 cards, if absolutely necessary. So it banishes those 3, and then it can be paired with Cyberload to fuse 3 back from banished, shuffle them back into the deck, and then summon another guy. So a pretty useful card, but only played at 1 because it's searchable on the core. Then we're playing 2 Chimera Tech Rampage, 1 Cyber Twin, 1 Chimera Tech Fortress. I really like Fortress, really. I almost would say it'd be okay to play 2 and maybe not necessarily play a Light Charmer, but I like the Light Charmer utility because there's so much Eldritch and Drytron in the format in Master Duel, so I like the Light Charmer. We're playing the 1 Mega Fleet extra deck, or not extra deck, extra Link Zone, the little extra monster zone summon. 2 Nova, 2 Infinity, 1 Zeus, because of course we're playing Exene monster, we gotta play Zeus. 1 Link Spider, 1 Almirage, 1 Sager, and an Anaconda for the OTK, fusion monster stuff, and then 1 Lina, the Light Charmer. And that is the deck list. Let's go check out the duel. Alright, we're loading in here. And as we're loading in, I just want to apologize for the way I sound. I've had allergies happening, and so, my throat's all scratchy and stuff, so just bear with me. We are going second here, and they're going to open with Drytron Nova. We're going to chain Max C because that's a free special summon. We want to get the value here, but they have the out anyway. Called by the Grave or Ash Blossom is basically a necessity for Drytron with the Max C, because if not, I'm going to draw like 18 cards and then just pop off. So they're going to go ahead and summon Alpha, Link Summon into Link Karibo. Let's see if they have the follow-up. They have the preparation right, so they're going to go ahead and grab the Ben 10. Now we're going to activate Alpha, of course. We're going to tribute the Ben 10, summon the Alpha, grab another Ben 10 off the Alpha, activate Ben 10's effect, and we're going to go ahead and grab Eva, which means they already have the Herald of Arclight in their hand. Yep, or the Diviner, sorry. There's the Herald of Arclight. Diviner of the Herald is going to send Arclight. Arclight's going to summon, is going to grab Menionos Drytron. We're going to summon Ben 10 again by discarding the Alpha, summoning the Ben 10. Now we're going to Exceed summon because it gained 4 levels. Ooh, I'm out of it today. We're going to detach, send Gamma. Gamma effect is going to send the other Ben 10. Summon the Gamma, summon the Alpha, activate Ben 10 effect, grab the other Ben 10. That's all 3 now. This is going to go into Fafnir. Fafnir effect is going to send the Zeta. Menionos Drytron is going to target the Fafnir, drain it by 1,000 to get back to the hand. Activate. Sign to summon Ben 10, discard a material, summon the Ben 10. This is why Ben 10 got limited, to be honest with you. Activate Zeta effect, attributing Ben 10, grab Menionos Drytron. Ben 10 effect is going to trigger, because it's not once per turn. Grab Herald of Ultimateness. Link in a Union Carrier. Okay, I want to address something here. This is scary. If you ever see a Drytron player go in a Union Carrier, and you don't have an interruption at all, most of the time, if they're pretty smart about it, the game is over. And that's because Union Carrier equips a monster from deck to equip here, and it will equip the Buster Dragon Sword. It's a little whelp guy in the Buster Blader deck archetype, and it makes it so your opponent can't summon from the extra deck at all. So it basically just locks you out of the extra deck. That doesn't happen here because I don't know why. They should have, to be completely honest with you, but they don't. But usually, yeah, they summon the Delta that activated Menionos because Union Hanger is a machine. It can actually trigger with a Union Hanger, and then they just end on Herald of Arclight or Herald of Ultimateness. Usually what they will do, like beforehand, before everything got limited and toned down for this deck, because Union Carrier got banned because of this deck, and Ben 10 got limited to 1 because of this deck. And then, of course, later on, in the most recent list, Ava got forbidden because of this deck. This deck would set up the Ultimateness and the Destruction Whelp, the Destruction Whelp, to not let you summon from the extra deck. You basically locked out of the game. Because even if you Dark Ruler no more, the Whelp here still locks you out of the extra deck because it's an equipped spell card at the time. So it was an annoyance to deal with. But now we have to deal with, we know they have an Ava in hand. They probably have 2 to 1 other negate. So we know we have to play through this very carefully. So we're going to draw, we drew a Regeki. So we're going to summon hers, link those 2 off for the Mega Fleet. This is where Ultimateness is kind of annoying. It can negate special summons, but we really basically wanted to get rid of the Link Karibo and get a Cyber Dragon Engrave. So they're going to negate the summon by discarding a card. We're going to activate hers. They're going to negate this by attributing Natasha from their hand, so we knew they had 1 extra. So we know that they have an Eva in hand. We're going to activate Repair Plant. We're going to add a Light Machine. They're going to send the Eva. So we've got rid of most of their stuff, but now they're going to get 2 back. Now they're going to activate Eva, banishing Ben 10 and Herald of Arclight to get Orange Light and Diviner. We're going to activate Cyber Emergency here. Now this is a really cool card. This says if it was negated by your opponent's card effect, you can discard a card to add this card back, and then because its effect was negated, you didn't actually activate it, and so you could activate it again. So we're going to activate it. They're going to activate this to send the Herald of Arclight. The emergency is going to get negated. We're going to activate the emergency effect when it gets sent. We're going to discard the Overload Fusion to grab the emergency back. We're going to activate emergency again, trying to bait something out of them. They're going to go ahead and negate this. They are completely out of negates now, and we're just going to Regeki them. We're going to clear the board. We're both down to top decking. Yeah, they activate the Beatrice, which is fine. It doesn't really change anything. They activate Beatrice to send Ash Blossom for some reason. I don't really understand. Maybe to like deck thin so that their top decks are better. They go ahead and go into a top deck war. They didn't get anything, so we end phase. We go into our top deck. We also didn't get anything, but Max C is nice against Drytron, and they're probably not going to kill us with only a couple cards, so... And we're passing back and forth. I remember this was a very fun duel. We grabbed a Hers. Hers is a great pickup, so we're going to normal summon the Hers, we're going to go into battle, we're going to poke for 100, and then we're going to go ahead and link into Almirage, and then Hers effect is going to trigger. Hers effect, we're going to go grab back a Hers, because this way we can do it again next turn. Nothing is summoned again on the Drytron player's side. We drew into an Ash Blossom Maxi, so this is really helpful. We're going to summon the Hers. They're going to Maxi us. We don't want to give them any cards. We really don't. So we're just going to go ahead and attack and end our turn. They're going to summon Herald. This is why we kept the Ash Blossom here instead of Ash Blossoming their Maxi. So now they really just can't do very much. Go into battle phase. We're going to activate Almirage's effect. They have to now target the Hers. Hers gets damaged. Here's a bit of a misplay. We're going to activate the Hers, but then we activate the Almirage. That's wrong. We should have just activated the Hers, let the Hers come back, or let the Hers add a Cyber Dragon so that next turn we summon a Cyber Dragon. But instead, I go ahead and summon the Almirage here. I was getting a little fatigued at the back and forth after playing through all the negates, and this was like the, you know, 6th duel of the night. So we summon the Almirage, we end. We go ahead and draw. We got another Ash Blossom. At this point in time, Maxi is not as good because they haven't been special summoning, so Ash Blossom is better. We're going to have to normal summon the Ash Blossom, or normal summon the Maxi instead of the Ash Blossom. Again, here becomes another misplay. We go into Predaplant Verte Anaconda, which is very incorrect because if you remember from earlier, we already discarded the Overload Fusion. We have 2 Cyber Dragons in grave, but that doesn't matter when Overload Fusion is in the grave. Overload does from graveyard or field and then banishes. Cyberload does from field or banished and shuffles back. So we can't actually even activate Verte Anaconda. So a little bit of misplay on our part. We activate to just change it to a dark because it's funny, and then we attack over it, and we go to no monsters on board and 2 cards in hand, but we have an Ash Blossom. They're going to act Alpha, they're going to attribute Zeta, but this is why we have Ash, so it doesn't summon this way. And we know that the other 2 cards in their hand were dead from the last couple turns, so they're going to go ahead and end. We draw Droplet, literally doesn't help us, we set 1 and we pass. A lot of back and forth in this duel. They're going to activate Nova, which is really unfortunate for us. They're going to activate Minionist Drytron, target the Alpha. I don't know why they did this, to be completely honest. Oh, it's because they had Medionis. But they should have, in my opinion, they had Gamma, right? Yeah, they had Gamma. They should have had Gamma Tribute Alpha, summon back Gamma and Zeta, probably, or Gamma and Alpha. No, Gamma and Zeta, and then Alpha Tribute Zeta, and then make a Fafnir. Like, they could have really popped off here. But they chose to summon a Link Karibo, which is just very, very wrong. Alright, can we draw anything playable? We drew Core, which is like one of the best cards we could have drawn. We normal summon, or we special summon the Cyber Dragon, normal summon the Core, we activate the Rev system to get another Cyber Dragon from, another Hers from grave, basically. We activate Hers effect, it now becomes a level 5 because it was special summoned. Summon Nova, activate Nova effect, discarding 1, or detaching 1 to special summon the another Cyber Dragon. We have to force out the Link Karibo, so we attack with the Cyber Dragon Core. We attack with Cyber Dragon, we attack with Nova, we activate Nova effect, sitting the Core banished to gain attack, and then we go into Infinity. So now we have 2 interaction pieces. We have 1 negate with Infinity, and then we have a negate activation with Droplet. So Droplet sending Cyber Dragon is a negate of a monster, and then Cyber Dragon Infinity negates anything. If they couldn't play before, this duel is basically wrapped up. Now, the only reason I can see them not wanting to summon any of their machines, because Drytrons are all machines. Like, they could have ended on Fafnir, and such, and then had Minionist. They probably could have ended on Ultimateness, but then they have no cards in hand. It's like only okay for them. And then basically all we have to do is special summon a Cyber Dragon, and then we get to contact fuse away all of their machines and summon out our machines. So they kind of lose the game anyway. At that point of the game, without them comboing off for a couple turns, as soon as Cyber Dragon gets any kind of board presence because of the machine contact fuse, Cyber Dragon basically takes the game at that point. So that was the duel, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you enjoy this content, please give a like. It helps get the channel noticed. And if you like these deck videos and these duels and stuff, please subscribe to the channel. There are plenty of them. And that's going to be it for me, everybody. Happy dueling. We'll see you later.